Let's get some trader talk. Dan Deming of KKM Financial joins us now for that. And Dan, what do you think will be the big market topics for this week?
You know, Angie, I think the interest rate environment is going to be a big topic. I think we have a lot of Fed speak this week that the market's going to be very focused on. Certainly the disruption in the bond market last week has a lot of market participants viewing that area now as a potential catalyst for some more volatility. So I think that's going to be a big focus. Certainly we have some data points highlighted by PMI data for manufacturing and non-manufacturing, which will be leading into the unemployment report on Friday. So there's a lot of things hitting the market in this first week in March.
Break down what's happening in the bond market and what it is signaling, because there's been a lot of interesting aspects going on, including those yields surging higher.
There are, Angie. Yeah, but you're basically seeing, again, some selling pressure. Last week, what effectively disrupted the bond market was the fact that the demand for the middle of the curve was not particularly strong, and that just caused some anxiety. And so we saw some selling pressure, which pushed rates up to levels that they have not been to for over a year. And when you see the 10-year now pushing up to the 1.5% yield, that's challenging the S&P 500. And we talked about this, I think, last week, Angie. So that's a level that's going to cause some uncertainty as far as valuations in the equity market. So that's why I think it's very significant.
As far as volatility, what are you seeing? We've seen some dramatic moves in the stock market lately.
Yeah, well, I think that bond market volatility spilling over into the equity markets, and we're seeing it also in some of the commodity space as well, Angie. So, yeah, I think, the market's trying to digest all these moving parts. And we also have the other part that's being moved through Congress, and that's the stimulus package. So, all these things are kind of starting to coalesce together. And the uncertainty now is really about how we're going to come out of this. The market had anticipated it's going to be a very strong recovery, and it still might be. But I think now that we're actually getting to this point where it feels like it's starting to take hold, there's some second guessing going on, particularly the idea that the Fed may have lost a little control in the interest rate environment due to the disruptions that we did realize last week.
Thank you, Dan. Always good to get your thoughts.
Thanks, Angie. Thanks for having me.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.